There's a new benzene study, let's break it down. You might remember this acne products breakdown to make benzene. It was from a lab called Valisure. They have a bit of a history of being dramatic and not being great at measuring things. I did a deep dive in this video. But the thing that always makes me laugh is the experiments that they say are realistic. Last time they said people might leave their products in a hot car, but instead of using a normal hot car temperature, they used the hottest temperature measured in a car in Atlanta, but for 18 hours, because our cars always get stuck in the sun during a heat wave and it stays at the hottest part of the day for 18 hours all the time. Heat breaks things down faster, so they got way more benzene than if they used a more realistic temperature, and it still wasn't as scary as they made it sound anyway. After breathing that hot car air for 78 years continuously, you would have an extra 1 in 8,000 risk. This time they went with UV, which also breaks things down faster. They said they wanted to see what happens when you use a product as directed on the face. Here's what they did. They spread the product on a plate and then they left it under a UV bulb for 2 hours, which sounds reasonable, except they used a reptile bulb which puts out a lot of shorter wavelengths. Shorter wavelengths break down benzoyl peroxide faster. I did a bunch of calculations. Turns out this is roughly the UV you would get on a full day outside with very high UV. And they used a cleanser which had about 5 times more benzene than the worst leave-on product. UVB doesn't go through glass, so it's not getting indoors. I don't know how many of you are putting cleanser on your face and they're going for a full day outside. Also, benzene doesn't go through skin easily. You would have to mostly be breathing it in, and if you're outside, there is heaps of ventilation. There are a couple analyses showing that people who use benzoyl peroxide don't have more benzene in their blood and they don't develop more of these conditions, which is actually what you'd expect from Valisure's results, but maybe not the way they talk about their results. And yes, we should still try to get that down, but the way it's been exaggerated, people have been telling me they couldn't sleep. I still use benzoyl peroxide and my biggest concern is still having it bleach all my stuff.